All right, welcome back. We're talking Steelers getting back for their bye week. They take on New Orleans. They're home underdogs again this coming Sunday. But at 2-6, there's time for, soul searching. If you're a team, if you're a fan, second guessing. If you're the media, second guessing. So, Jason, I come to you on this one. If you had if you were them, and we're honest with yourself, one decision that they made over the last couple of years, off-season, in-season, whatever, and you had to do it again, a mulligan, which would it be for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Matt Canada. I feel like that's the obvious choice, Pomp, but I can't not. He was the wrong guy for the job. And now they're forced with the decision, in my opinion. You got to get through the year or do something that is not disrupting the young quarterback's development. You're going to try to get him through. He's just the wrong guy for the job. I don't see how they can bring him back. The offense is not working. Inside of that, I would maybe look a little closer at the offensive line and some of the decisions made there, be it draft capital, free agent signings, or whatever. But to me, it starts with Canada.
I want to say not welcoming Ben Roethlisberger back for one more year, but I won't say that. I want to say keeping Mason Rudolph as the starter like he was in January, but I won't say that. I think the biggest issue might be, and I'm thinking outside the box here a little bit, Pump, is when they decided to hire a new general manager. It was after the draft. It was after free agency. And now you got Omar Khan, you got Andy Weidel now, saddled with people that they probably don't want. Right? There's probably going to be a lot of turnover this offseason because they don't want them. If it was me, I would have had those guys in place in March so they could have went through this process and put the team like it. I think you just lose an entire year by doing it the way they did it.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, so you drop Mason and you drop Ben, and then you say, oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, Ben,
I mean,
honestly,
come on.
Honestly, if Ben's there, they're probably, 5-3?
Maybe. I think I'm going to go to think about who is his center.
That's at Mark Kaboly.
Well, he was the reason, though, in those fourth quarters. They came back last year. He said, forget the playbook.
Well, I think about who Ben's center was last year. Yeah, would they have been, how much better could they have been if Kendrick Green wasn't? And I think that goes to a bigger point. I think they've told us for years that they don't reach in the draft. They take the best player available. But in the last couple of years especially, they've reached for need, when they should have allowed the draft to come to them and take them the best player available. Like Dan Moore in the fourth round, it fell to them. It was a good pick, but they reached for Kendrick Green at 3, and there are probably a couple other positions that they've reached for too.
I think people are screaming at the TV, Creed Humphrey over Freiermuth. Well,
Freiermuth's a good player.
We're revisionist history here. If we knew Creed Humphrey was going to be a Hall of Famer like he's on that projection to, but I think Freiermuth is going to be a top 5 tight end in this league.
Yeah, it doesn't make the Freiermuth pick terrible.
What about Najee in the first round? When you can get
I don't have a problem with that. Based on the information they had available at the time, what Najee Harris looked like, what was on the board, I don't have a problem with that. You couldn't
Offensive linemen were on the board. That's what I'm saying. You could have
I mean, you're ignoring the line. I get that, but I mean, it wasn't a flawed pick. And I wouldn't even punt on Najee Harris being productive. Right now, I think it's a flawed offense. I understand why they're doing what they're doing. I have not made my mind up on what Najee Harris is or isn't at this point. There's too many other factors.
All right, let me ask you about the remaining 9 games because we're going down the stretch here. They're in a position right now where I believe they have, Mark, top 4 pick? Fourth pick in the NFL draft, which you could do a lot. You could trade down. You could take another quarterback maybe if you – or you get a good – Well, there are a lot of people who said that if Kenny Pickett doesn't do – okay, well, I'll ask –
I agree with you.
Listen, I agree too. But also, if there's some elite guy there and you pass on him and you find out 3 years later – I'm just saying, it can happen. Okay.
Baker elite?
You don't even consider that an option?
No.
All right, anyway, I'm going to talk about why. If you had an elite quarterback available –
because
you've given Kenny
Pickett 11 starts, maybe 12 starts.
I'm just saying. If it's
After
available
you spend
to you,
a first round, no way.
Would you trade the pick down then?
And I don't think any of those quarterbacks. I don't think Bryce Young. I don't think C.J. Stroud are generational.
I didn't mean to go there.
Ohio State card.
I don't mean to go down there. I want to ask you about the
I think the guy next year out of North
games.
Carolina is the best quarterback in NCAA.
Drake May. He's pretty good, yeah. Let me ask you about the next 9 games. What do you see? They're going to have some winnable games. The team that has the best record, and the only team they play that has an over 500 record are the Ravens right now, and the Steelers have done well against them. So what do you see in the next 9?
So I don't think they're going to be a 3-win team. Like a lot of people, they're 2-6, they're going to be horrible. I think we're finding out that the teams that beat them, the games that they were in one possession of, are actually pretty good. Like the Jets have a decent team. New England's not so bad. Miami's a pretty good team. So I think you're going to see the Steelers around 500 over the last 9.
There's only one issue with this. I mean, it's all set up. I mean, Colts, Panthers, Falcons, they can beat the Saints. There's only one issue. Steelers stink. So you can't go into any of these games thinking, okay, they're going to win this game. I mean, in years past, this would set up absolutely perfect for the Steelers down the stretch. They got these 8 games or 9 games, like you said, against non-winning teams. They could have made a late push, win 10, 11 games, and get into the playoffs and, lose in the first round or whatever. But this team,
so how many total wins?
Unless it shows me something, I'm still – here's the thing. I still like 7 wins. But it's going to be hard.
That's what I said. I said about
yeah. But they stink. They're going to have to get better, right?
But their the level of competition. To my point is the level of competition goes down.
They're going to go into Atlanta. You think that they're going to be favored?
No, but can they win that game? Yes.
Yeah, they
Carolina
stinks.
In
a lot of games.
Indianapolis
stinks.
Don't be favored in Carolina game. Real quick.
I don't want them to win another game. I want them to lose by 40 and get a tremendous draft pick. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to improve. I think the competition goes down, and I think they're going to actually figure some of this stuff out enough to cloud all of our pictures going into the offseason.
Yeah, it will be a clouded offseason. There's no question about that, and a lot of questions, and it always becomes the topic of conversation. When we come back, another topic is the Pittsburgh Penguins. After a 4-0-1 start, they've lost 7 in a row. What's gone wrong, and what do they need to change it? Next.